everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, I'm Samantha and I go by Thrifty on a Dime on all my social media platforms, and I talk about different ways to make money locally as well as online. I talk about different positivity and motivation as well, so be sure you hit that little subscribe and bell icon. It'll alert YouTube whenever I put out new content so they can share it with you. So today's video is an unplanned one. I went to a wedding this weekend about 4.5 hours from where I live up north in Racine, Wisconsin, I think is how you pronounce it. And it was my cousin, my first cousin's wedding. So I was really excited to go there. I didn't plan on doing any thrifting because it was literally just a one-day trip for us and I was traveling with family. So when I'm not driving, I get really car sick and I just go to sleep. So the entire ride, I was pretty much asleep, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, we're slowing down. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna go into this. And I was like, what's this? They showed me the building and my eyes just lit up like, this is heaven for me. It was called a Swaparama. It was, I think it was a little bit Gills Pile maybe is what it was called. I'll put it in the description below, but it was just a little bit out of Chicago up north. And they have three locations, I believe. But yeah, it was so exciting to go here. They had so many vendors. I think it said 1,000 plus if I'm not mistaken. They had an inside and an outside. So yeah, as soon as we went in, I kind of got discouraged because it really wasn't stuff I normally pick up to resell. Although it was exciting to still go in there and shop, it was mostly like stuff made in China, like phone cases, poppets, phone sockets and all that stuff, fake handbags, which is cool. I mean, if you're looking for something for yourself, but again, I don't usually look for stuff for myself. I typically just look for resale. And I found a few. I want to share one that I think could be cool for you guys because it might be a niche that you're not familiar with. So it's flame resistant gear. I actually found a booth that had, like thrift store items. So like used items, but in good shape that were flame resistant gear. So that is something that actually resells very well. And I actually just learned this because my fiance is in a welding class and he needed flame resistant gear for that. And we could not find any for cheaper than like 35 to 40 used online. So let me share that shirt with you so you can take a peek at what to look for when you're out thrifting. And maybe you thought these were just initials, but now it's something that you might pick up if you can get it for pretty cheap. So let me go grab that. Okay, so this is what you're gonna look for on the tag. It's just it could have this flame resistant on it, or it might just say like down here, it says FR. So you can also see on the side, sometimes it might say flame resistant, or it might also have just like a little FR tag. This one just says 2. I think that's the level of flame resistance that it is. So again, this is something that I didn't know resold well. And even if it has embroidered name on it, guys, you could spend just a few minutes to take that off if you can get it cheaper, than a couple dollars. And you might even be able to resell it with that on there just because the market is there, but there's not a whole lot of resellers there. Meaning, if you find that gear, it's probably going to fly off the shelf for you if it's priced right and the quality and the condition is there. So I hope that opened a little bit more of a market for you guys. You can also get gloves, hats, short sleeve shirts, and I believe pants and socks that are flame resistant. So definitely look out for the FR. Okay, so that was one exciting find, and I just wanted to share that even if you get discouraged by seeing new vendors, keep searching, guys, because this vendor was stuck in the middle of all of them. And then my dad's like, oh, there's an outside. And I was like, what? Because typically the outside is more flea market stuff, which would be my forte. So I was like, okay, let's find it. We were searching all the way through it, trying to find how to get out there. We finally did. And my eyes just lit up because there was just so many vendors. And it was so exciting because you could see old tools, just lined up. You saw clothing shoved places. You saw shoes. I mean, you had new like Milwaukee tools. I mean, it was everything. So I definitely was excited to see that. And I kept going through all the booths. I knew I didn't have a whole lot of time. So my goal was to just go fast and look for designer items that I knew would be something I could flip quick. So I was looking for the shoes because that was easiest to see the quality and name brand of, because what they were doing is having all the clothes in totes. So I really didn't want to dig through them. And then I also didn't want to have to look up comps for tools. Although I knew the tools would probably resell, I don't have enough knowledge to go quickly through them. I would have to sit there and run comps. So my goal was to stay in my forte, which is what I knew best, clothing and shoes. So I found a booth that I saw 2 Vince Camuto shoes. So I think one were booties and one were slip-ons. And I noticed the quality was really good. I noticed they were real because I guess, you know, they could have been faked. And then I saw a tote behind her, or behind those shoes, like off the back a little bit, and there was stuff in front of it. So I moved the stuff out of the way. I got through the tote and I picked up one dress, and I knew it was a designer. Shoved the dress back in. I said, "Oh, I noticed you don't have prices on this bin. How much are the items?" And she goes, "Oh, let me look." And she came over and she saw that dress on top. She goes, "Oh, well, you know, this one I would probably need like 24. And I go, "Oh, okay, what about the rest?" You know, and she started picking out more, and she goes, "I could probably do like $1. And then she was like naming off prices. And I said, "You know what? Let me shove these Vince Camuto heels in there." And there was a couple other handbags I put in there. I go, "Would you just take 60 for all of this?" And she's like, "I don't know." And she started digging through it, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I probably would." And then she saw a pair of Fendi heels, and she was like, "Oh wait, I didn't know these were still in here." And I was like, crap. And I was like, "Well, you know, I would do, you know, I think I have an extra $7 if, you know, you would take the extra 7, but I don't have any more cash on me." So that would have made the bill, you know, 67 total for all of them. And she was like, "I don't know." And then she's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And just shoved them back in the bag. And she was like, "Let me get a bag for all this." And we put it all out of the tote into the bag. And I was so excited because I was trying not to show my poker face. And I wanted to get in the car so bad to see what I had. So I just want to share what I found at this one vendor, because literally she took all of my money. I don't typically keep cash on me, but this day I did have a little bit. So I was excited because I could play my poker face like, I don't really have any other money on me. And I pulled out all my wallet like, "This is all I have. Will you take it?" And she did. So, and it was great because I noticed that like nobody else was stopping at her booth, which typically at the flea market, you know, they're really wanting to sell stuff. So they're willing to wheel in deals. So don't be afraid to be like, look through the tote a little bit and be like, shove stuff in it, be like, "Hey, would you take this set amount? This is what I got." Because more than likely they're going to say yes. And the worst they can do is say no, or, "Hey, let's just take out a few items and then we can sell it for that." So just kind of work with what your numbers are and what you feel. Now, again, this is not for everyone. I just knew off of that one dress and the 2 Vince Camuto shoes, I would at least be able to break even, if not make a little of my money back. So everything else would just be pure profit. So I actually have not went through this stuff because it got so busy and I couldn't really look through it in the car because I get car sick. So this will be the first time going through it with you guys. So let me grab it. No, you guys are probably like, "Oh my God, this woman's crazy." And yes, I am a little bit crazy, but I get so excited about making money online, guys, because this was just sitting there. Like, she more than likely was either going to donate it if it never sold, or send it to another consignment shop because she said she already had this stuff at a consignment shop and it didn't sell. So don't feel bad. I mean, you're giving a person money. She probably wasn't even going to make that much that day. And I actually, you know, bought from her so that she didn't have to pack that stuff back up. So again, it's just like me. When I have a garage sale, I don't care when people make me offers. Like, I want that crap gone. So I'm willing to do whatever to get it gone. So this is the first purse, and it's really cute. Purple. It is a vintage leather handbag. This one will do really, really well, I'm sure. Never heard of the name, but I will look up the brand also just to check comps, just to make sure. But if not, I will probably price it, being a leather vintage handbag, minimum 30. And I'll probably price it maximum 40 and expect to get an offer and probably sell it for 25. So this one actually came with a dust ruffle, and I wasn't going to buy it because it is just Marc Jacobs. And I know some people do well with Marc Jacobs, but I don't. But again, when she was able to bundle it all and throw it in the thing, I was like, heck yeah. So it actually has new tags, and it was priced for $495. I had no idea until I got it home. So I am going to look up comps, but it is just leather and canvas. So I don't know if it's going to do well just because of being a canvas. But since it has that new with tags, $495, I might just take it to Style Encore because they'll probably pay me $50 on the spot for it. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to do that and see what they're gonna pay me for it. I can at least just go take it there. And if they give me 50, I'll take it. But if they give me less, I won't take it, and I'll just share a video with you guys just so you can kind of see what they'll give you for a designer handbag that's new with tags. Because honestly, I'm kind of curious because I don't typically take stuff right away if it's designer. I am definitely going to try to sell up myself because I know I can. All right, this next one is another Marc Jacobs all leather, bronze leather bag. I'm not sure, again, what to expect on comps, but it is in really excellent condition. So I bet I'll probably get about 50 for it, maybe more. So I did actually check out these Fendi heels already because I was kind of super nervous about that, like and they're not in bad shape. They do have some wear around the rope there that might be able to be cleaned, and maybe this will be able to be cleaned, but they are a patent leather, and unfortunately, like these stains, it's a stain, it's not a scuff. Those stains will not be able to be removed. So that is kind of a bummer. They're not in better condition, but they're not in horrible condition. So these could be repurposed, or somebody may even buy them just to use them as is. Because I mean, they're not in horrible condition, like I said, just some scuffs and minor flaws. So I'm not really sure on that one again, but I guarantee I can at least get 20 out of them, especially for someone who's going to want to repurpose them, because you can repaint over the patent leather. I just don't know if I want to spend the time to do that. It'll just depend on the comps. Okay, here's one of the Vince Camutos that I was talking about, and they are booties. So they're in really, really good shape, and she had 10 on them. So again, I was like, let's put them all together. What will you give me? Those Vince Camuto, I can expect to get 20 out of them. A solid 20, and I'm just doing the low end for you guys, so I'm not like 50 and then you're like, no, you're not. And these are Vince Camuto again. These are slip-ons. They're just going to need just a little bit of cleanup in here. It's some kind of like goo, so I will use just water with rubbing alcohol diluted, and they're in really good shape. So again, these are slip-ons. These are a sought-after style, I feel like, because of workwear and stuff. So I feel like I can definitely get an easy $20 to $30 solid out of those. Now we're on to the clothes. This one, I have no idea of the brand. The tag looks familiar, but it's just a beautiful yellow dress. The next is Ballman with H&M, so it's a collaboration with H&M. Have not heard. If y'all know, let me know in the comments below. This is a cute just sweatshirt, and it looks like it's my size, so maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. This is just a Sag Harbor, kind of like a vintage blazer. And that I wouldn't typically pick up, but again, it was all bundled together, so why not? And this is a Faded Glory blouse. Again, wouldn't be what I pick up, but this is probably something I'll take directly to Style Encore, and I'm sure they will. This, I believe, is the designer piece that I had picked up. Yes. Sechin and Baba Nior. I'm sure I butchered that, but this is what the tag looks like. I just remember the last part, Bobby, baby, Baba. So B-A-B-I. I just have heard numerous resellers say, and this is just a really, really cute romper. I have no idea on comps for that. I just know that I will definitely get more than 20 bucks out of this. So this one is definitely probably a designer too, because it did have that little tag from being used as a rental. So Jazinatori. So this is just a pretty orange dress. It's in good shape. It will definitely need steamed. Not sure on pricing, as long as there's no stains. I didn't see the front of the camera, so you guys did before me. Once I watch this, I guess I'll know. But if there's no stains, I can guarantee I'll get a 20 bill out of that minimum. All right, this is another, obviously, we're designers. So anytime you see this little tacked on thing over it. There used to be a barcode over it. So typically these are going to be designer pieces. And again, I don't know this name. Baglity Mishika. Don't get mad at me for butchering. But it's just a long black dress. And again, as long as I don't miss anything crazy wrong with it, easy $20 bill. And obviously that's just minimum. But that just kind of shows you off of a $60 how much I've already made. And it's something easy you guys could do. It took me literally 30 minutes at that Swaparama because we were on such a tight schedule. All right, what's this? Oh, cool. An American Tourister. It looks like just, I don't know, suit bag or something. Travel bag. And American Tourister is a good brand for like luggage and stuff like that. So that's everything that I got, guys. I'm so stoked about it. I definitely am going to make my money back and a profit. So let me know what you guys think I could make on some of those dresses if you're familiar with the brand, as I was not. And again, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, hit that subscribe, hit that little bell, and I can't wait to put out more content. Thank you all and have an amazing day.